Hi there, it's Terry here in Saskatoon. Going to show you some records that have been inquired about. Generally speaking, albums from the 80s and 90s are usually really nice high-grade copies, and then the 60s and 70s albums are hit and miss. It just depends. So let's go through them. We'll look at some of the nicer ones first. Poison, Flesh and Blood, really nice cover. Capitol Records. Inner sleeve, lyrics. Now, records are always hard to show in a video. Hopefully you can see how, by the reflection, when it's nice or not. But this one is really nice. Just needs just a general dusting. I sell so many records so I don't have time to clean them, so I get them from other dealers, buying collections, etc., etc. And I ship records in from actually all around the world to make affordable copies for people in Canada who have trouble finding these records in Canada, because a lot of these have to come from the States or Europe even. Anyway, really nice copy. So that one I'd recommend to anyone. And of course, as you know, the 80s hard rock is basically the hottest market in vinyl. So I've had some of these, and that's what I got left for Poison right now. I'll change the angle on this camera here, see if we get better shots. Sting, the Soul Cages. You might be aware that once we hit the 1990s, that Canada and the United States pretty well stopped selling vinyl, or did very small print runs, because everyone was buying CDs now. So this is one of those albums, 1991. That's why albums from the early 90s are so expensive. They're really hard to find. And as I say, in Canada, almost no stores were selling vinyl anymore. So there you go, Sting, the Soul Cages, A&M Records. This is a Holland printing. It's a beauty. You probably won't find a nicer copy than that, unless you really spend big bucks. So as I say, usually my 80s and 90s albums, I try to get VG+. Next we've got Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin. You can see it's got some ring wear on the cover. Nice graphic though. Pretty cool. This is the 1986 album. This is a Canadian printing. And again, we luck out. We've got the inner lyric sleeve. Peeking through at the bottom there. And this is a beautiful copy. Hopefully you can see that. Nice and shiny. Yeah, CBS Associated Records Pressing. Okay, that's that one. So I figured might as well make sure you could see really how they all look, so you can be comfortable with any purchases that you make. WASP was never that big in the 80s, so their albums are actually quite rare. They just never had any big radio hits. The Last Command means that this will be way harder to find than something like Bon Jovi or Quiet Riot, Def Leppard. Those were kind of the biggest hard rock bands around 83. No inner sleeve, just generic. Oh, let's see if I can get this out. Again, beautiful copy. Okay, hopefully you can see from that. But anyway, it's absolutely beautiful. Alright, that is WASP. So that's kind of the key expensive, beautiful copies I have. Next we've got Roger Hodgson going solo from Supertramp, as you know. His solo albums did not sell very well, so these are actually pretty tough. This is the first copy I've ever had of this record. 1987, vinyl was starting to get rare at that time. You can see it's just got a little bit of wear here along the spine. It's been picked at where the name of the album is. Inside we do have the lyric sheet, and then the record itself is in an A&M sleeve. So pull that out quickly. And again, really nice. Okay, again, I hope that you can see the vinyl. Sometimes it's hard to see it through the camera lens. Okay. And then we've got his first solo album, when he quit the band, In the Eye of the Storm, 1984. A&M Records. This is a Canadian printing. It's got the lyric sheet intact inside, and also, again, oh, the vinyl's really nice. Really long songs on this album. Not sure if you can see that or not. But yeah, this is a really nice copy again. I like it. Okay. Then you asked for U2, Wide Awake in America. White cover. It's in pretty good shape overall. And what can I tell you? 1985. That's the live album. No inner sleeve with this one. Just generic. Just needs a little dusting again, but this is really nice looking. This side is short, sort of short. Alright, so there you go. That's U2 Wide Awake in America. And then we've got U2 Live Under a Blood Red Sky. Mini LP. This is a Canadian printing as well. Some really good songs on this album. Generic sleeve, or just the plastic see-through kind, so no insert. Not sure if it had one. I won't take it out of the plastic. It's again, it's really nice. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's really clean. Okay, now here's the next one that's interesting. U2, The Unforgettable Fire. I've actually got 3 of these. This is really their big breakthrough album here. So I'm going to just pick the one that looks the best. This is a really nice clean cover and copy. And this is a Canadian printing. It does have the insert sleeve. And yeah, this is another beauty. Really nice. Some kind of little smudge there. I don't know if you can see it. Probably just needs a little wet wipe down. I'm not sure what that is. If you can see that at all. Just directly under his face on the second last track. There's kind of some kind of smudge. Not sure what that is. Okay. Then we get into the older albums. Now these are going to be hit and miss. These all have wear to the covers. So here's Janis Joplin. It's hard to believe these albums, you know, are over 50 years old. I got them old Kozmic Blues Again Mama album. Columbia Records. USA printing. You can see the spine split at the top of the cover. Looking at the vinyl, I'm just looking for any major. There's like again a big fingerprint there that should be able to wash it off. Not sure if you can see that or not on the left side. Other than that, yeah, just fingerprints. So it's actually pretty nice. Okay, then we've got her classic #1 album, Pearl. This came out after she died. Ring wear from the record inside. That's common for albums of this time. You can see it on the back cover too. Inside, no insert sleeve. I don't know if it would have even had one. So this one, you know, I'm noticing what I like to call the zillion tiny scratches, which is common with a lot of records that are really old. So overall, it's nice. I'm sure it would play okay. Probably going to hear the snap, crackle, pops. I don't think it's going to skip from any of this, except, oh, there is one mark here. Hard to say. I don't know, again, if you can see it. There's sort of a line on the second last track. And as I say, again, just a tiny million, teeny sideways scratches, which are common. But other than that, nothing majorly jumping out at me. And then we get Cheap Thrills. This is her original #1 album, Big Brother and Holding Company. This one's kind of cool. It's got the gatefold cover, cool photo of the band, comic book cover art that had never been done before. And it's got somebody's name written on the back cover there. And we'll check it out. No insert. Again, I doubt it had one. This is from 1968, Columbia Records. Same kind of thing. The zillion teeny sideways scratches. I'm not noticing anything that I think will make it skip or anything. Well, maybe over here. There's some a little bit deeper scratches here. I don't know. Can you see that again? Boy. There's like 3 thicker ones going sideways. So, again, under the light, it's hard to show it. Like that. Alright, so that's where that one is. Cream Goodbye, 1969. This was their farewell album. This one's also really cool. This is one of my favorite albums. Gatefold cover with all the song titles in a graveyard. Odd. 3 of my favorite songs are all on side 2 of this album. I started listening to this album when I was like 10 years old. Okay, inside this one, we have an old insert sleeve which advertises various records that were out at that time, so that's pretty cool. And inside, we'll take a peek at the records. Original Atco Records. This is an oldie. Actually, this is quite a nice clean copy. I'm liking this one a lot. Yeah. This one's really nice. I mean, again, it's got little defects. It's 52 years old, but very clean overall, that one. And then, finally, we've got my cat, and we've got Fresh Cream. 1967. So this is the oldest album on our list here. Again, a name written on the back cover. The spine's looking pretty good. Generic sleeve. Name written on the label. But overall, again, this one is actually quite nice too. Again, there's some kind of markings up top center. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of hard to tell what that is. I don't think it's going to skip, but again, maybe just a little washing of this one might clean that right up. And then the other side looks quite nice. Again, there's some scratches, but they're not too deep. Again, trying to get a reflection here for you. So there you go. That's all the records you asked for. As you saw, I've got over 1,000 more. Yeah, these are really good picks. Except for the U2, I only have the 1 copy of each. And that's basically what we're dealing with. So that's kind of cool. Just so you know who you're talking to. Here I am. I've been buying records, of course, since I was 10 years old. I was a big Beatles fan when John Lennon died, and so I've been buying and selling records since then. Of course, I got out of it for a long time in the 90s, like everybody else did, and now everybody's hunting these out again. So anyway, let me know what you think of these, and if you got any questions, of course, let me know. And yeah, it's a cool batch. Thanks for the picks.